Haggai, Introduction by Jonathan Domingo. The book of Haggai is brief, direct, and intensely practical. After the sweeping visions and deep emotional currents of the earlier prophets, Haggai brings us into a very specific moment in history, a moment where God's people have returned from exile, but have lost their focus. The temple lies unfinished, the work has stalled, and spiritual priorities have quietly been replaced by personal comfort. This is where Haggai steps in. Unlike many prophets whose messages are broader or more symbolic, Haggai's words are anchored in precise dates and immediate circumstances. He speaks into a community that has already experienced God's deliverance. They have been brought back to the land, given the opportunity to rebuild, and yet something has gone wrong. The problem is not opposition alone. Earlier, the people had faced resistance from surrounding nations, which contributed to the delay in rebuilding the temple. But by the time Haggai speaks, that opposition is no longer the main issue. The deeper problem is internal. The people have shifted their priorities. It is not yet time, they say, to rebuild the house of the Lord. Meanwhile, they are living in paneled houses, comfortable, finished, and secure. This contrast is intentional. The house of God remains in ruins, while their own lives are well taken care of. It is not that they lack resources, it is that their focus has changed. Haggai confronts this directly with a repeated phrase, "Consider your ways." This is the heart of the book. The people are experiencing frustration, economic hardship, lack of satisfaction, a sense that their efforts are not yielding results. They sow much but harvest little. They earn wages, but it feels as though the money disappears. Haggai connects these experiences to their misplaced priorities. This is not punishment in a simplistic sense, it is a wake-up call. Their lives are out of alignment, and the result is a lack of fulfillment. They have put themselves at the center, and in doing so, they have lost sight of the purpose for which they were restored. God's instruction is clear. Go up to the mountains and bring wood and build the temple. This is not just about construction, it is about realignment. The temple represents the presence of God among His people. To neglect it is to neglect the center of their identity. Rebuilding the temple is an act of obedience, a declaration that God comes first. What is remarkable is how the people respond. Unlike many other prophetic moments, where resistance or delay follows, here the response is immediate. The leaders Zerubbabel the governor and Joshua the high priest along with the people listen to the voice of the Lord and begin the work. This obedience leads to encouragement. God declares, "I am with you." This simple statement carries immense weight. The presence of God is not just a concept, it is the source of strength, motivation, and purpose. As the people begin to act in obedience, they are reminded that they are not working alone. Yet there is still a challenge. As the rebuilding progresses, some of the older members of the community remember the former temple, the one built by Solomon, and they see that this new structure is far less impressive. It feels small, insignificant, lacking in glory. Into this discouragement, Haggai speaks again. "Be strong and work, for I am with you." The emphasis shifts from outward appearance to inward reality. The glory of this new temple will not be measured by its size or splendor, but by what God will do in and through it. "The latter glory of this house shall be greater than the former," he says. This is a profound statement. It challenges the assumption that what is visible defines what is valuable. God's work is not limited by human perception. What seems small can carry great significance when He is present. Haggai also addresses the issue of spiritual impurity. He uses an illustration from the law to show that holiness is not transferred automatically, but impurity can spread easily. The point is clear. Simply engaging in the work of God does not guarantee a right relationship with Him. The heart matters. Obedience must be accompanied by sincerity. As the people continue in their renewed commitment, God promises blessing. "From this day on, I will bless you," He says. This does not mean immediate ease or prosperity, but it does signal a shift. When priorities are aligned, when obedience is present, there is a sense of God's favor that begins to shape the future. The book concludes with a message directed specifically to Zerubbabel. God speaks of shaking the heavens and the earth, of overturning kingdoms, and establishes Zerubbabel as a signet ring, a symbol of authority and chosen purpose. This points beyond the immediate moment to a larger plan, a future that God is unfolding. For us today, Haggai speaks with remarkable clarity. It addresses a common and subtle issue: misplaced priorities. It is possible to be active, productive, even successful in many areas of life, and yet neglect what matters most. It is possible to focus on personal comfort while allowing our spiritual lives to remain underdeveloped. Haggai calls us to consider our ways, to pause, reflect, and ask whether our lives are aligned with God's purposes. Are we investing in what is temporary or in what is lasting? Are we placing God at the center or fitting Him around our own plans? It also offers encouragement. When we respond, even in small ways, God meets us. His presence is not distant. "I am with you" remains true, and what we build in obedience, no matter how modest it may seem, can carry a significance far beyond what we see. In a world that often measures value by scale, success, and visibility, Haggai reminds us that what matters most is alignment with God. The book of Haggai is not about grand visions, it is about faithful action. It calls us to rebuild what has been neglected, to refocus what has been scattered, and to trust that when God is at the center, even the smallest beginnings can become part of something far greater. Haggai. In the 2nd year of Darius the king, in the 6th month, in the 1st day of the month, came the word of the Lord by Haggai the prophet unto Zerubbabel the son of Shealtiel, governor of Judah, and to Joshua the son of Josedech, the high priest, saying, Thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, This people say, The time is not come, the time that the Lord's house should be built. Then came the word of the Lord by Haggai the prophet, saying, Is it time for you, O ye, to dwell in your sealed houses, and this house lie waste? Now therefore thus saith the Lord of hosts, Consider your ways. Ye have sown much, and bring in little, ye eat, but ye have not enough, ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm, and he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, Consider your ways. Go up to the mountain, and bring wood, and build the house, and I will take pleasure in it, and I will be glorified, saith the Lord. Ye looked for much, and lo, it came to little. And when ye brought it home, I did blow upon it. Why? Saith the Lord of hosts, Because of mine house that is waste, and ye run every man unto his own house. Therefore the heaven over you is stayed from dew, and the earth is stayed from her fruit. And I called for a drought upon the land, and upon the mountains, and upon the corn, and upon the new wine, and upon the oil, and upon that which the ground bringeth forth, and upon men, and upon cattle, and upon all the labor of the hands. Then Zerubbabel the son of Shealtiel, and Joshua the son of Josedech, the high priest, with all the remnant of the people, obeyed the voice of the Lord their God, and the words of Haggai the prophet, as the Lord their God had sent him, and the people did fear before the Lord. Then spake Haggai the Lord's messenger in the Lord's message unto the people, saying, I am with you, saith the Lord. And the Lord stirred up the spirit of Zerubbabel the son of Shealtiel, governor of Judah, and the spirit of Joshua the son of Josedech, the high priest, and the spirit of all the remnant of the people. And they came, and did work in the house of the Lord of hosts, their God, in the 24th day of the 6th month, in the 2nd year of Darius the king. In the 7th month, in the 21st day of the month, came the word of the Lord by the prophet Haggai, saying, Speak now to Zerubbabel the son of Shealtiel, governor of Judah, and to Joshua the son of Josedech, the high priest, and to the residue of the people, saying, Who is left among you that saw this house in her first glory? And how do ye see it now? Is it not in your eyes in comparison of it as nothing? Yet now be strong, O Zerubbabel, saith the Lord, and be strong, O Joshua, son of Josedech, the high priest, and be strong, all ye people of the land, saith the Lord, and work. For I am with you, saith the Lord of hosts, according to the word that I covenanted with you when ye came out of Egypt, so my spirit remaineth among you. Fear ye not, for thus saith the Lord of hosts, Yet once, it is a little while, and I will shake the heavens, and the earth, and the sea, and the dry land. And I will shake all nations, and the desire of all nations shall come, and I will fill this house with glory, saith the Lord of hosts. The silver is mine, and the gold is mine, saith the Lord of hosts. The glory of this latter house shall be greater than of the former, saith the Lord of hosts. And in this place will I give peace, saith the Lord of hosts. In the 24th day of the 9th month, in the 2nd year of Darius, came the word of the Lord by Haggai the prophet, saying, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, ask now the priests concerning the law, saying, if one bear holy flesh in the skirt of his garment, and with his skirt do touch bread, or pottage, or wine, or oil, or any meat, shall it be holy? And the priests answered and said, No. Then said Haggai, if one that is unclean by a dead body touch any of these, shall it be unclean? And the priests answered and said, It shall be unclean. Then answered Haggai and said, So is this people, and so is this nation before me, saith the Lord, and so is every work of their hands, and that which they offer there is unclean. And now, I pray you, consider from this day and upward, from before a stone was laid upon a stone in the temple of the Lord, since those days were, when one came to an heap of 20 measures there were but 10. When one came to the press vat for to draw out 50 vessels out of the press there were but 20. I smote you with blasting, and with mildew, and with hail, and all the labors of your hands. Yet ye turned not to me, saith the Lord. Consider now from this day and upward, from the 24th day of the 9th month, even from the day that the foundation of the Lord's temple was laid, consider it. Is the seed yet in the barn? Yea, as yet the vine, and the fig tree, and the pomegranate, and the olive tree, hath not brought forth. From this day will I bless you. And again the word of the Lord came unto Haggai in the 24th day of the month, saying, Speak to Zerubbabel, governor of Judah, saying, I will shake the heavens and the earth, and I will overthrow the throne of kingdoms, and I will destroy the strength of the kingdoms of the heathen, and I will overthrow the chariots, and those that ride in them, and the horses, and their riders shall come down, every one by the sword of his brother. In that day, saith the Lord of hosts, will I take thee, O Zerubbabel, my servant, the son of Shealtiel, saith the Lord, and will make thee as a signet. For I have chosen thee, saith the Lord of hosts.